Hey guys, Ethan here from WordTech, back with another video. I know this isn't the normal setting. I'm doing kind of a vloggy style video. Unfortunately, I didn't get around to finishing the edit for the Thermaltake, the Tower 900 that's back there. I haven't quite got that done, so you guys will probably be seeing that a week from today. But I wanted to try and get something done. Yes, I know technically this is going to be getting uploaded on January 13th, not January 12th. Like I had hoped. It's really late at night here. I mean, it's almost 3 a.m. or 2 a.m., something like that. I don't know. I've lost track at this point. But I wanted to bring you guys at least something because I said I'd have a video out today, and this is what I've had time for. Unfortunately, a little bit disappointed, but I needed to do something to help myself feel better. So I figured I would actually just kind of go over a few of the projects that I have planned here and give you guys a little bit of a tour, which I've never really done, of my kind of man cave living space down here that I have in my basement, including my PC setup, but also like the WordCast you know, set area and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and flip the camera around and kind of talk at you guys for a little while. So over here, as you guys know, is, and hopefully the autofocus actually works good on this. I really hope it does. Sometimes the G7 has a little bit of trouble with autofocus, but hallway down there that goes to bathroom and stuff like that, you know, fun stuff. But this is my PC setup, and things are a little bit messy down here right now, unfortunately. I just didn't have time to do a bunch of detailed cleaning, but I tried to clean it up a little bit. Cable management is not as good as I'd like it to be right now, but I'll be having another video coming out on that that'll talk about some of the future plans that I have for cable management and kind of do a video on some of the stuff that I'm going to be doing to make it better. And yes, there's a blanket on the floor. I don't even remember why that's there. Now, over here, you guys have seen my setup before, so I'm not going to do a whole tour, but fun fact is I will actually be replacing our Wi-Fi router with a mesh network system soon, so that'll be nice. And I've still got, of course, all my shit audio equipment here. I've got the this one's the Modi DAC. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word for some reason. This one's the wired USB decrapifier, as they call it. It's basically just a USB filter, and then a tube amp, which is the Valhalla 2 tube amp. And I've got my Unicomp Ultra Classic here. Love that thing with the LG monitor that you guys love the review of so much. But yeah, anyway, this is kind of my setup area here. Down there, I've got my Klipsch speakers that I'll be replacing with something higher end in the future, along with my Logitech G13 game board, which I honestly really love having that for gaming because this is full-size keyboards. I use a number pad a lot, and full-size keyboards are a little bit troublesome to use a mouse with. It kind of hurts my shoulders and stuff. So I actually move this keyboard here, I move it back there, and bring the G13 forward so I have tons of space to use my mouse when I'm playing games and whatnot. Works out really good. Now here's Project Monochrome with my nice little Threadripper 1950X box right there, and I need to get rid of that ugly sticker. One seriously big no-no, Thermaltake. Don't you ever put stickers on glass that are not easily removable. Horrible, horrible, horrible idea. Don't do that, please. Anyway, but yeah, this is Project Monochrome. Fairly clean right now. Come on, G7, focus, thank you. Fairly clean right now, but obviously it needs a lot of work. Up over here, we've got my wall that's decorated in PC parts, as well as all my case badges go on this little plaque that I have here. And then I've got a bunch of Overwatch art up there that's actually like handmade. Those are pieces of metal, so that's why they're so shiny. Love those. Those are awesome. And then down here is where normally my server would be set up, but that's over to the right now, which I'll show you guys why in a moment. You guys, some of you that follow closely already know probably. Here's some of my networking stuff. This is a switch, a power over Ethernet switch here that provides power over Ethernet to the other switches so that I can have LAN parties down here. This will all be getting re-cable managed again soon. It definitely needs it. I'm going to be doing another project on that where I'm going to be tightening up all the cables, re-splicing them, and redoing the actual individual Ethernet connectors on all of them, because I do my own custom Cat6 cable down here, just so that it looks nicer, because I hate disgusting cables. But anyway, going over here, we've got kind of my maintenance backpack, as you could call it, or whatever. It's basically got screwdrivers, packages of screws, thermal paste, stuff like that in it. If I ever need to do maintenance on a PC, I go to that, or if I need to go somewhere, it's just like my grab bag. Like if I grab this, I can do virtually anything. It's got like all my extra SATA cables and stuff like that in it as well, just in case I need them on the go. Fun little project before I go over the server. Future project I've got planned here is actually this leg here is a singular leg for an IKEA table. They work for multiple tabletops, but I specifically got the Linman tabletops here, which are the pretty cheap ones. But as you guys might notice, I don't know if it shows up on camera that well, but this is slightly bent, these tabletops. These tabletops are only rated to 110 pounds. They do flex at less than 110 pounds though, and when I had my old system on here, my Fantex case, which was in the N through Primo, you know, really heavy case, that thing was right in the center of the desk, started actually flexing it. So I figured, pick up an extra leg, they're about $5, sorry about the bang there, and mount it in the middle on the bottom, just make my own screw holes for it, and make it stronger. So this might be something that you guys might consider doing at some point. So I figured I'd mention it. If you're having a little bit of sag on your IKEA table, just buy one of those. So here's my Linux server over here. The cable management isn't clean right now because I just tore most of it apart because I was getting my hard drives out to wipe things and whatnot. This is where all my fun data got lost. I actually had 4 full-size hard drives mounted down in there. I've got my little 250 gig, or I think it's 250 gig, might be 500 gig backup, 2.5 inch, and then I've got my 256 gig boot SSD right there, which is a Thermaltake power supply. It's nothing really special. I mean, it's running a really old GPU too. I think it's a GTS 250 or something like that, but the CPU is an FX 6300, and I've got 32 gigs of RAM, and the Bitfinex Ghost, which is still a very good case in terms of, not modern features, but in terms of being quiet and being quality made. That was actually one of the first review products I got, which is pretty cool. Actually, speaking of which, I'll be releasing a video at some point within the next few weeks talking to you guys about my new review policy on what I have of when it comes to accepting review products, which surprisingly is that I don't anymore, and I'll explain to you guys why in that video for sure. Again, you can see my cable mess up here with the Ethernet cables and other random PC hardware for the most part that I have hung up here. Just really don't want that. And then here's another gigabit switch that is powered by Ethernet. As you can see, it doesn't actually plug into the wall, so that's why I have that set up, so that I have 3 switches down here now, but I'm going to have a 4th one in the future. No, I have 4 down here now. 3 of them are powered by the power over Ethernet, the main one that I showed you earlier. I'm going to be adding another one in my bedroom later that'll just be nice. And I've got my camera bag here that just holds everything for my camera, as you'd expect. Amazon Basics one. Actually really impressed with that. I love that thing. And then I've got another Amazon Basics camera bag in the very back here that I use specifically for like on the go. It just holds my camera and like some SD cards. I got this wall here. It's a brick wall with a fireplace. Things aren't as clean over here as I'd like them to be right now, but up there is just keep some boxes and stuff for styling. And then I have all my drawers that are labeled like peripherals and stuff that are full of various materials that I have for various PC componentry and stuff. Networking cables. I actually have 2 networking drawers because a bunch of extra old switches and routers and stuff in there that I have in case I ever need them. Has come in handy several times. Matches that don't work, because that's important. Yes, that's a Porsche poster. I am a fan of Porsche, so yeah, that's why that's there. I'm not just a tech guy, even though I mostly am. Here's an extra mattress that I have for when people stay for LAN parties and stuff. Yeah, it's just that's the dirty side. That's the side that goes on the ground or on the base. That is not the side that you sleep on. But yeah, that is just an unfolded mattress that we can use. More drawers over here, as well as a 500-foot set of Cat 6 cable from Monoprice. Really happy with this actually. I think I only paid like 35 or 40 bucks for it. 500 feet. You know, it's capable of handling 10 gigabit. Pretty awesome. Over here, we've got some of my lights that are in the way here. Again, not quite as clean as I'd like. I've actually got a wine cooler here that I use for soda and other various beverages for LAN parties mostly. Then over here, I've got an old PC, another FX 6300 with a old ASRock motherboard and I think like 16 gigs of RAM or something like that, or 8 gigs of RAM in it. It's an old system that I bought off somebody primarily because I got a liquid cooler with it, so I figured, you know, whatever, might as well buy it and use some of the components in it. It has, some of its parts have come in handy. Also, I keep shelves of stuff here, and I've got another set down here of drawers for small accessories, manuals, a bunch of anti-static bags that I collect just in case I ever have to sell PC hardware or whatever, you know, fun stuff like that. Anyway, I figured I'd jump over to here now. This is actually the table that we use for the WordCast set. As you can see, the microphone's taken down because this boom arm is actually a pretty good boom arm for the price, but the anti-shock mount here, the shock mount for the Blue Yeti as well as the Blue Yeti are really heavy, so unfortunately this thing is not quite strong enough to hold it, so I don't want it to bend over a long period of time, so I only actually stand it in its little clip back there when it's being used so that it doesn't end up bending, and then that way hopefully once I get a stronger one I can use this one for a lighter weight mic, because it is a pretty nice one. I of course got the Sager laptop here that I've done some content on. Still love this monster. Just look at that. Thing's just a beast if it'll focus very well. And then down here, I've actually got stuff mounted on the bottom here. I keep my external hard drive mounted there. And back towards the back is where I keep the capture card mounted. Just a little bit of cable management. I'm still working on improving that. As well as I actually need to get some kind of external SSD potentially, because I'm having issues in terms of like recording for WordCast. I'm having issues where OBS just won't record. I think it's hard drive speed related. And then of course this is the whole like set area that we use as the background, which I'm actually going to turn into a real set at some point. Right now it's just these posters that I have because they were free and so I hung them up. I'd like to paint the walls a different color back here, but I don't know if I am going to yet. But anyway, this is kind of also my home theater area. This is my HTPC that is technically non-functional right now because it has everything it needs other than RAM. But that RAM, the only DDR4 I have is currently in the Project Monochrome Threadripper system. Not going to pull any out of that until I can up that to 128 gigs. Then throw the 32 gigs over here. So basically, this is out of commission until then. So I don't know exactly when that'll be back up and running, but I'll definitely do a video on that when it is, because the rest of it is pretty high-end hardware. It's got a Ryzen 5 1600, so 6-core, and then it's just got a 660 Ti because I don't need anything more than a 660 Ti for an HTPC, although my Strix RX 580 will be going over here once I upgrade to something better towards the end of the year GPU-wise. Fun little alarm clock. Yes, it's old-fashioned and not high-tech because it's stupid loud, so I keep it around. Subwoofer that I used for the home theater here. This is actually a 4K TV. It's only a 40-inch, but I mean it's good enough for now. It just looks tiny in this area here. I eventually want to get a 75-inch over here, but that's a project for another time. I gotta complete some other projects first, as well as my mount for my Switch. And I'm going to be doing cable management stuff over here at some point. Don't know if I'll do a dedicated video on that because that's not something I'm gonna probably take as much time on, but just to make it look a little nicer because the cables are everywhere. Video is getting kind of long, sorry about that guys, but oh well. It's gonna be uncut and everything. I don't have time to make an edit before I upload this because I'm just heading to bed. Up here though are my headphones that I actually mount with these little metal adhesive mounts here. So these two walls here that are kind of wood tone are going to become the walls for my headphones as I collect them over time. And here's one of the other switches that I have running over here. See, as you can see, the cable's not tight and not organized, so I'm going to be redoing that, and I'll do a video on that stuff for sure. Now going into the bedroom, something that I've actually never shown before. Yes, it's messy. Yes, I have toiletries over there. Yes, I have clean laundry on the floor over there. That is my room, but mostly just wanted to talk to you guys about the tech aspect of this room, some future plans that I have as well. So first off, this wall, which that is actually, the animal pictures are not mine. I need to take those down. But this wall is actually where that 4K TV from out here, the Samsung, is going to be going when I get a bigger TV, so that I can just put that up on the wall, have a TV in my room that I can use, smart TV, whatever, nice. But down here is where I run all my cables for charging stuff. Back here, you guys probably can't see it, unfortunately. Let me see if I can get a little bit of light on for you guys. That is what charges everything, and it's supposed to be mounted here, but the adhesive keeps coming undone. Not sure exactly what's going on there. Kind of weird, kind of frustrating. I do have a Belkin surge protector that's mounted in the wall there, so, or on the, it's a wall, it's a socket mount one, not actually a wall mount one, but that's nice to have. I can unplug stuff without the whole freaking thing falling out. But yeah, this is where I charge everything. I've cable managed it some, but I'm going to be doing a lot more in terms of that. But I've got these like clear clips and stuff that I use. And then here's my BlackBerry, which is actually the screen. I can't really show it on camera very well, but the screen has unfortunately come undone, and I will be doing a video update about how my screen did come out of my BlackBerry Key 1. Unfortunately, it is still functional though, as you can see there. Keep my Switch over here charged. I also have my Amazon Echo Dot right over here that is actually powered by that 10-port charger from Anker. So that 10-port charger, I mean, it's continuously supplying power to almost everything over here. Love that little thing. Don't have to have a bunch of extra power bricks. 10 ports is plenty to charge virtually everything. I've got my Odysseys here, which I'll be doing a review on. These are the iSign 20s, which I haven't done any content on them yet, but these are first planar magnetic in-ear headphones. I'll be doing a full review of those. Hint, they're awesome. Let's see, I've got my Acer Chromebook. That's actually fairly new. It's less than a week old. Really happy with this device. It's $300, pretty powerful. It's just running a Celeron, but I mean powerful for Chrome. It's got 4 gigs of RAM. Nothing super special, no SD card support, unfortunately. So can't really expand the storage. But for me, it works good for doing journalism and stuff, doing article writing on the go. I figured it's a $300 computer. Rather than spending like $3 grand on something that's super rugged, I'm going to spend $300 that's going to get the same thing done for me, and if it breaks or gets stolen, I don't even care. So like this thing, I virtually just going to take it everywhere with me. If I leave it in my car, somebody breaks into my car and steals it, oh whoop-de-doo, you have none of my data and you stole a $300 computer. I'll order another one from Amazon. Hopefully that never happens. It would still be disappointing, but it would be nowhere near as disappointing as something like that monster out there getting stolen, or like a Dell or a Panasonic Toughbook or something like that, or a premium Ultrabook, which I do plan to get a Vega-powered, Ryzen and Vega-powered, or potentially Intel and Vega-powered Ultrabook at some point in the future, so I have something that's a little more powerful when I'm on the go to play games potentially and stuff. And then when I'm gone for a long period of time, or if I go to conventions and stuff to do footage for you guys, obviously the Sager is what I'll be taking to do all of that stuff with. This thing is just a total monster, but that's exactly the point, is it's hard to lug around. So I mean, honestly, I don't want to lug basically an entire desktop setup around if I'm only going to be somewhere for 24 hours or something like that. So that's why I like to have an Ultrabook that it is capable of gaming, but the Chromebook is kind of just the take everywhere machine. I got my ZenWatch 2 back there that I literally never used because it was hurting my wrist. Under in here, you guys really can't see that very well, but I've got a huge backup battery here. 26,800 milliamp hour Anker battery. I also normally have a Logitech UE Roll, Ultimate Ears Roll speaker down here that I charge, that I use at my job and stuff like that when I'm gone during the day. And then I usually have a another battery down here. I think it's a I can't even remember how many milliamp hours it is. It's like a I think it's somewhere in the 8,000 range. Or no, it's 12,800. That's it. It's 12,800. So I have several battery packs that I keep down here that I take with me on the go in my on-the-go bag here, which I've shown off in a separate video, but just still love this backpack. It's the Everkey Titan, and it is holding up incredibly well for those that are curious. I've gotten some comments about that. So this thing is just the best bag ever. I absolutely adore it. It holds so much stuff, it's ridiculous. I can put my entire Sager setup in it with dedicated headphones and all kinds of other stuff in it, and it still has plenty of room in it for more stuff. Like I could bring my Chromebook and headphones and Switch, and it'll all fit in here. And I even always keep extra like charging cables and stuff like that in this guy, as well as controllers on the side. So like load everything up in here. This is my portable desktop bag, is basically what it's for. I take it places when I take the Sager places, and it's been holding up incredibly well, which it has seen some pretty serious abuse of being filled to the max and kind of tossed around on my back. And I have used it significantly, because up until last like 6 months I was actually going places like weekly or twice weekly with my Sager laptop, setting it up and using it wherever I was to play games and stuff like that. So this thing has seen some serious abuse and no signs of wear and tear at all yet. But anyway, heading back out here, that is pretty much it for you guys. Turn the camera around, probably won't focus very well. Sorry for the kind of lengthy content there, guys. I was planning to make that a little bit shorter, but whatever. Yeah, it's definitely not liking focusing on me, is it? Focus. There we go. So anyway, I just figured I'd go ahead and talk to you guys a little bit about that, though, and tell you guys about the future plans. And obviously, don't forget, we're going to have a CES roundup that will be coming out Monday. I'm actually filming that with Daniel. Probably about 10 hours from now, right when I wake up. But I wanted to just get something out for you guys so that you guys could see what's going on. I do apologize for this being technically a couple of hours late, so it's technically a couple of hours past Friday. Unfortunately, should have been uploaded. I should have done something at 7 a.m. on Fridays. I like to upload at 7 a.m., but I'm trying to keep up to my promise of attempting not to miss any videos this year. So even though I'm a little bit late, I figure I might as well do something for you guys. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the projects I'm doing, and if you have any cool ideas that I could do down here, because I'm totally open to interesting, cool things, especially if they're not particularly expensive. So if there's something you'd like to see me do video content on, I don't know, maybe RGB lighting like down here or something like that, definitely let me know, and I'll try and get to work on doing something like that. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.